a question for him. We'll begin now with Steve Jewin. Steve, your line is now live.
Dalton, thank you for the time today. I've got two questions for you. The first is that Ty Gorder was on the call earlier, and he said that you won't have the strength or power at 185 that you did at 205. So I'd like your response to that.
I have more. I'm a bigger 85 pounder. I cut down to 185, not only because of the size advantage that I'm going to gain, but I feel like it's a better fit for me to take over the weight class.
And speaking of taking over that weight class, it's very deep, as are all of the Bellator divisions. But on a card where the vacant middleweight title is up for grabs, where does a win in your middleweight debut rank you among the greats?
This isn't my debut. My last fight was my debut at 185.
Oh, but, I'm sorry.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, we'll see where we go from here. I'm interested to see what Bellator has for me after this. I mean, Ty Gorder's good opponent, game opponent, and after I finish him Thursday night, I'm intrigued to see what they have for me.
All right. Thank you.
Jay Anderson.
Dalton, welcome back. First of all, something that you said after your last fight, or maybe it was before, but you wanted to be 5-0 with 5 finishes at the end of this Bellator deal. And, here you are, 3-0, 3 finishes, off to a great start. What's the key to getting that same outcome Thursday against Ty?
The key is just sticking to my game plan, pressuring him, watching him fight. He does a lot of things well, and he's explosive, but he doesn't like being pressured. He doesn't have great wrestling. It's going to be easy to change things up, keep him guessing. He's not going to know if I'm striking. He's not going to know if I'm wrestling. I could be throwing both in there. Who knows? You guys will see Thursday night, but I don't see it lasting longer than the second round at the latest. We don't get paid by the round. The earlier the better. I'm hoping for a first round finish, but I don't see it going past the second. At the latest, I see him coming out fighting hard. He seems like he has a good mindset on him, a lot of heart, but that only takes you so far. So I plan on having him show me his heart and then ripping it out.
And one more for me. I mean, having fought once already in the pandemic, is the process a little more familiar this time around in terms of both fight camp and even just the safety protocols as the fight approaches?
Yeah, everything went a lot smoother this time since I was kind of more knowledgeable about how things were going to go. Last time I trained on Sunday whenever I got here, or the day after I got here, and kind of took the day off whenever I was traveling. But we were quarantined in the hotel room, so I kind of did it the opposite this time. Gave my body the rest day as soon as the next day after we got here, trained Saturday before we flew out. And then we got our test results back the next morning, so we were able to work out the next morning, next night. And, I mean, everything's been going smoothly so far. My weight's coming down really well, and, everything's great.
Luis?
Hi, you have 3-0 in Bellator. You are a huge prospect. Do you feel extra pressure for keep the momentum?
No. If anything, I'm just going to build on my momentum. So starting off 3-0 with 3 finishes, and then putting a tougher opponent, which is what I've been asking for this entire time, is only going to fuel that fire a little bit more. And I think you guys are going to see the best performance I've had yet come Thursday.
Lenny March?
How's it going, Dalton? How are you?
Good, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. You just mentioned there that you have 3 fights, 3 finishes, but your opponent, he's got 5 wins, all 5 KOs. It's set up for a fight tonight contender, surely. Does that mean? Are you looking to make a statement this Thursday?
Yeah, I mean, one thing's guaranteed: the fight's not going to the judges, and it's a lot of people might think he might win. He has more experience. He's 5-1. A lot of people might think I might win, but at the end of the day, we got a good game plan in place, and I'm going to come home with the win. And it's not just going to be a win; it's going to be a devastating finish. I can promise you that.
Perfect. Good luck this Thursday.
Thank you.
Ben Keeley?
Hi, Dalton. After your last fight, you called out Dylan Dennis. I just want to know, what was the thinking behind that call out? Is there something about Dylan you don't like?
He calls a lot of guys out, so I kind of want to be on the other side of the fence that time, see how he reacts to somebody else calling him out. And I cut down to 85. he was fighting 175-pound catch weights, and we were only 10 pounds apart. So if he was anything like his dad, Conor McGregor, he'd come up a weight class, come see me at 185. But, he ain't going to jump those weight classes like Conor is. He could try to talk like Conor all he wants at the end of the day. He ain't as good. He can't strike like him. He ain't as good of a fighter, and he's not going to come up and back the talk that he talks. So I kind of just wanted to get the first phase of exposing that in. And if he chooses to take the fight in the future, or if that's something that comes to fruition, I'll expose him for him being the lousy or, B-league fighter that he is.
Would you be willing to cut down to fight him at a catch weight, maybe?
I don't think that'd be possible. I'm making 85 pretty easy, but that's only because I'm doing everything correctly. I'm dieting early. I'm having a lot of discipline with my diet, and I'm doing everything correctly whenever I'm here during fight week. But I think cutting down to 75 would be a little bit of a stretch. Maybe possibly 80, 180. But that's the lowest I'd be willing to go and probably able to go.
All right, thanks, Dalton.
Thank you.
All right, our final questions will be coming from the line of Donna Corby. Go ahead, Donna.
Dalton, just to further on from what Ben was asking there about Dylan Dennis, do you think it's realistic that Bellator give you that matchup? Have they said anything to you about the prospect of you fighting him, or do you think that that's not really on the cards?
Honestly, I would like to think it's on the cards, but they have somebody who's building a big name for himself, and for them to take somebody, or for him to take a fight with somebody as dangerous as I am, I don't think, one, he takes it, and two, the people that are looking out for him, his manager, and the people in Bellator, in this company, I think are going to be advising him against it as well. Who knows? They might not even, put that offer out there. But at the end of the day, if they do, I hope they do. You'll see the result of me winning. If not, there's other guys out there, and there's a lot of other people that that I'll be able to fight in the near future and build my way up the 185-pound division.
Which is more likely, that he fights you or that he fights one of these celebrities that he keeps calling out?
It's more likely that he fights me. He's not fighting John Jones. They'll have to bury him in a grave whenever he's leaving the cage for that one. He definitely ain't ready for that yet. As for him calling out Ryan Garcia is so much smaller than him. It's in a boxing match. Dylan Dennis can't box to save his life. If his life depended on it, he wouldn't be able to box his way out of a freaking cardboard box. He just doesn't have it.
All right, we'll take one final question here from Steve Jewin. Go ahead, Steve.
Well, Dalton, since we've had all this talk already about Dylan Dennis, I know he wouldn't be able to stand and box with you, but what if it was a no-gi jiu-jitsu grappling tournament? What would you do with him there?
I would take him down and just cut him up, dismantle him on the ground. He has great jiu-jitsu, but my top pressure, my wrestling, and my top jiu-jitsu, which I've been doing for years and years, will negate a lot of the stuff that he does on the bottom. So he could talk up his jiu-jitsu as much as he wants, and it is high level, but I definitely can beat him in a no-gi jiu-jitsu match too. We're talking about a gi, we'll save the pajamas for the pansies, but whenever it's no-gi, I'll submit him in that too.
All right, thank you very much for the time, Dalton. Good luck this week.
Thank you.